Hello everyone and welcome. This topic will be about Astera pins. It might be confusing when it comes down to pins because there is so many pins. When we connect the Astera box to the app, we connect the lights, we also need the radio pin, and then of course we have the master pin, which is a third pin used for something different. The first pin is the Bluetooth pairing pin, which is only when we talk about the Astera box when we want to connect it with the AsteraApp. There is a sticker on the back side here of the box where we have the Bluetooth pairing pin, which is of course unique for each one of the Astera boxes. Now what you see on the little sticker on the Astera box here, where it says Astera box and a 6-digit number, is the name of the box. So that's the way we can identify it once we want to connect it with the Astera app. Down below you have the Bluetooth pairing pin. This is sort of the password that gives us access once we want to pair with the Astera box. Let's try turn it on here real quick. Then we can go to the app and then tap where it says there are no bonded Bluetooth bridges. Tap here to add some. Of course, it is an Astera box, so we are going to tap the Astera box right there. The Astera box is turned on. And now to identify it, the name up on top is the 908095. After a little while, it will ask for the Bluetooth pairing pin. So in my case, 001833. Press the pairing button and then we are connected. Next up is the radio pin. The radio pin comes into play when we want to pair the lights to our Astera app. Once we set a specific radio pin in the app, we blue mode the lights, then we sort of transfer the radio pin to the lights and then they match. Once they match, we can control the lights. Now downloading the app by default, the radio pin by default will also be 4x0. We highly recommend to change this default pin to a more specific, a more personal radio pin that also avoiding interfering with other people. Let's say you are on a site, you have your lights paired up to the radio pin 4x0, the same do the other guy having some Astera lights, then you would be interfering with each other and even controlling each other's lights with a lot of interference in between. After we have connected the Astera box to the app, we can go to the main menu, the 3 lines up in the right corner. Now as you see here, there's a radio pin by default set to 4x0. Also means now in this office might be a lot of lights with 4x0, so you will see they are already paired and this is not intentional. So before pairing the lights, we go here and change the radio pin to something more personal. It can be anything, it's up to you to decide, just not 4x0. Once we have done it, we can blue mode the lights, holding down the power button here for approximately 3 seconds. Then they will be in blue mode. Then we can say pair with lights. Once the lights have been paired, they will stop blink blue. Now both lights are paired here, we can press the done button, then we can go back to our list of lights. As you see by default with the 4x0, the 2 lights which were already in the app is now gone. That's because we have changed the radio pin. Now we just paired my 2 Helios tubes to the app here with another specific radio pin, and these 2 will also now pop up in the app. The third and the last pin is the master pin. The master pin allows fast take back in the warehouse, which is done with the master reset. We can even lock names into the fixtures and we can disable the theft alarm when the radio pin has been forgotten. Once we have paired the lights to the app, we are now in the list of connected lights. Then we can, for instance, go to the light settings in one of the lights by pressing it, and then in the middle of everything you will see master pin not set, touch to set. When we set this one, current master pin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we can set a new master pin. There is another tutorial called master pin tutorial, or you can find onboard lights tutorial. Once we set a master pin in our lights right here, we are able to do a fast take back in the warehouse, mostly used by rental houses or production companies or whoever feels the need of using this. Another thing is that we can change the names in the lights to be able to identify them later. And if the radio pins should have been forgotten while they are in theft alarm mode, we can also use the master pin or the master reset to get them out or deactivate the theft alarm. So that is the 3 pins we are working with when it comes down to the app, the Astera box, pairing the lights, and also internally, so we have fast take back We can even log names into the fixtures. If you want to know all the small details about the master pin, the radio pin, and also the Bluetooth pairing pin, which is on the Astera box, then we do have several tutorials for these, just explained into more details. Thank you for watching.